From MTN News, this is Montana This Morning.
A man's body has been recovered from the Yellowstone River in Park County. We have the latest from the sheriff at 6:31. And many Montana homeowners are seeing a spike in proposed tax hikes after opening their property tax assessments. We break down what you need to know. And tragedy on the campus of Montana Tech late Monday evening as a hit-and-run driver ran over two young men. We have the latest into the investigation right after this. All right, 6:28 on this Wednesday hump day,
You had to think about it, right?
I know.
Yesterday, I think with the cool temperatures and everybody kind of out and about, I felt like it was like a Saturday or a Sunday, and I was like, oh, I do have to go to work tomorrow.
Wait, yeah, it's 5 o'clock. I got to go to bed, right?
Yeah, that's right. It is chilly this morning. You may need a jacket in a few areas with some of those cooler temperatures. Won't last long, though. With clear skies across the region, we'll see these temperatures really take off as you go through the mid and late part of the morning. Daytime highs expected to be into the low 70s today. Plenty of sunshine, light wind. There is a little smoky haze in parts of Montana. I'm going to break down our air quality and look at your weekend ahead in just a few minutes.
All righty. Thank you very much, Matt. Our top story this half hour, a man's body has been recovered from the Yellowstone River over in Park County. Park County Sheriff Brad Bickler says deputies found the body after receiving a call reporting a possible body in the river. Bickler says the body appears to be a middle-aged white man, but due to stages of decomposition, positive identification is not yet possible. The sheriff's office is investigating to determine the man's identity and the circumstances surrounding his death. If anyone has any information, they are asked to call Detective Brian Green at 406-222-2050. Again, that's 406-222-2050 with any useful information. And there were some scary moments for a family on the Gallatin River on Monday. According to the Gallatin County Sheriff's Office, a family had overturned its paddleboard and was stranded on an island on the river near Central Park Road between Belgrade and Manhattan. The family was unable to swim to shore due to the fast-moving water conditions. Search and rescue volunteers responded to the call. Volunteers reached the party on the island. One person had minor injuries. The rescue team was able to bring the family and the injured person safely to shore. And crews cleaning up after that train crash and bridge collapse on the Yellowstone River near Reed Point say all remaining cars were removed from the east span of the bridge yesterday. Work is also now finished on a causeway to give large cranes access to the crash site. Another crane will soon be brought to the site to help lift the west bridge span out of the water and aid the construction of a new bridge. And now, yesterday was a holiday, but because of the importance of that rail line, crews began initial work on that bridge. Now that all the tanker cars are out of the water, liquid asphalt that spilled into the river is currently being cleaned up. Another 7,000 pounds of material was removed from the river on Monday, with additional cleanup continuing yesterday, as crews now focus on the shoreline. And our top story this half hour, police now know who is responsible for a fatal hit and run on Monday on the Montana Tech campus. MTN's John Amy explains.
A tragedy on the campus of Montana Tech late Monday evening as a hit-and-run driver ran over two young men, killing one of them, and then left the scene without stopping. A 20-year-old woman turned herself over to Butte police the afternoon of July 4th in connection with the hit-and-run. Police also have located the vehicle suspected to be involved in the deadly incident. Butte Sheriff Ed Lester said charges are expected to be brought against the young woman in the next 48 hours. The incident occurred about 11 o'clock at night, just after Butte's 3rd of July fireworks display. Butte police report a 23-year-old man and a 21-year-old man were walking in the 1400 block of West Granite Street when a westbound vehicle ran them over and then left the scene. Both victims were taken to the hospital where the 23-year-old was pronounced dead. The 21-year-old suffered non-life-threatening injuries. Eyewitnesses said the vehicle continued heading west on West Granite Street and then turned on West Park Street. In Butte, John Amy, MTN News.
Thank you very much for that report, John. Now, many Montana homeowners are seeing a spike in proposed tax hikes after opening their property tax assessments. Now, there's a lot to property taxes, so we want to walk you through all the important details. To start, the 2023 property classifications and appraisal notices from the Montana Department of Revenue hit mailboxes in June. This indicates the start of a 2-year cycle in which the department sets value rates for residential, commercial, agricultural, and industrial properties. Property taxes are the primary way Montanans pay for local government services, including schools, law enforcement, and fire departments. According to the Montana Free Press, there are a couple of different groups involved in calculating property taxes. First, appraising your property is done by the Montana Department of Revenue. The Revenue Department reappraises residential properties every other year. Your tax bill is calculated by your county treasurer, who combines the state appraisals with the budgets passed by county government and school board trustees. Property tax payments are due in Montana twice a year. Payments are due in May and in November. And for many Montanans, it was a sticker shock after opening up their property tax bills, including one retired couple in Houston. MTN's Claire Peterson talks to them about their frustrations in the hike and their feelings of being underrepresented in the legislature.
Acreage is 1.01 acres. The house sits in the middle of it.
Guy Bennett has lived on this plot of land for 3 decades.
We got 2 resident does that come in.
Since he built the house in 1994, he's seen lots of changes.
I'm a third, fourth generation Montana.
But one of the biggest changes has been the rise in his property taxes.
You expect an increase every year, but the increments, my first property tax bill was $378. From then till now the tax bill, or the estimated, without the mills, it's jumped to $33.31.
Bennett has watched his property value nearly double since 2022.
And then in 1 year's time, it jumped all the way to $323,400.
They assessed Bennett's property value through an aerial image like this one.
Now, if they're using this picture to assess you, what do you see in this picture? It's a Google map deal that
Very blurry.
it makes it real hard to see what is even here.
Bennett tells us, among other mistakes, the state got his address wrong in the survey.
My Situation U.S. address, according to Montana, is West 9 Mile Road, Frenchtown, Montana.
So that's not even right.
No, we're Huson.
Bennett feels particularly underrepresented in Huson because the benefits from property taxes are mostly seen outside of his rural community.
We got a mill levy. I'm paying for the new library. I will never go into that library.
Bennett and his wife Diane are retired, but Bennett receives some pension from his 21 years with the U.S. Army. Mostly, he fears for young families who can't afford these hikes.
I got concerns. I can pay these taxes. It's going to hurt a little bit, but I can pay these taxes. But the younger people out here, face it, Missoula does not pay a very good living wage. Probably 60 to 70% of their net income is going to be going into their mortgage and property taxes.
And what it might mean for the future of these Montanan families.
It's going to do the same thing it did to my dad. That's the reason why my dad moved. He just couldn't keep up with the taxes. You need to take some action here, because if you sit here, nothing is going to change.
In Huson, Claire Peterson, MTN News.
Thank you very much for that report, Claire. Now, recently, Governor Greg Gianforte signed a bill into law which uses $280 million in surplus money for property tax relief. The property tax rebate allows Montanans to apply for a rebate up to $675. This rebate applies only to a primary residence. Also, the Montana Department of Revenue offers property tax assistance programs. To apply and to see if you qualify for a rebate, you can go to mtrevenue.gov. Again, that's mtrevenue.gov. And as we celebrated the 4th of July this year, we're just 3 years away from a big milestone, the 250th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence. MTN senior political reporter Jonathan Amberian found Montana leaders are already starting to think about ways to get people engaged with that special anniversary.
With America's 250th birthday coming up in 2026, many states are starting their own commissions to build public interest, and Montana has just joined that list.
I think there's somewhere upwards of 30 of the states in the country already have commissions in place, and so we're excited to join those and move forward and work with the governor's office on this.
During the 2023 legislative session, Montana lawmakers approved House Bill 377, which established the Montana 250th Commission. They'll be tasked with encouraging civic engagement ahead of the U.S. semi-quincentennial.
It enables us to get to our local communities, to talk about local history, to get Montana's history and civics and government lessons maybe a little bit more widely recognized, more into the classroom spaces. We can work to get, maybe some of our less understood and less studied parts of our history, parts of our past, maybe more accessible to the public.
The Montana Historical Society will have administrative responsibility for the commission. Members will include lawmakers, history and government educators, a tribal representative, and members of other community organizations. Of course, in 1776, Montana wasn't even part of the colonial territory that was declaring independence, but it still had native cultures and history worth highlighting.
There was not a Montana government. Clearly, the Declaration of Independence was not part of what was happening here, but part of the work of the commission, as outlined in the bill, is to ensure an understanding of Indigenous history in Montana.
Historical Society Director Molly Krukenberg says during Montana's centennial celebration in 1989, a similar commission helped publish local histories and support other projects in communities around the state.
A lot of grant programs came out of that, a lot of work with classrooms. So we're looking at the works that those previous groups have done as potentially a model for how this commission might work as well.
Krukenberg says she expects the 250th Commission to start their work in earnest this fall and winter. In Helena, Jonathan Amberian, MTN News.